Hey guys, you're watching Guitar Chat, the show where we chat to touring musicians to see what guitars are bringing out on tour with them. And today I'm joined again by Scotty from Alpha. Scotty, how you going, dude?
Great, man. How you doing?
Good, bro. Good. So, you were actually the first episode of Guitar Chat ever.
Was that the first one?
Yeah, you guys were the first. That would have been like 3 years ago at this point, so I want to say that was just after Fireplaces Die came out.
Yeah.
New albums out, new guitars.
New everything.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Let's go through it, man. So, what do you got in your hands right now?
This is the Alex Wade 7-string. I think this is his second version of it. I know he had an old one that was really cool, and then this was a 2023 model, I think. Pretty sure, yeah. This thing rips. Volume knob, pickup selector, which is what I don't really use the neck, but it's cool for the studio.
So it's just bridge both in the neck. Standard wiring.
Yeah, standard. Cool. Yeah, push pull for, which I remembered, probably coil tap for the Fishman. Of course, Evertune bridge. That's the only. I don't think it came with Fishman. I can't remember. But yeah, put Fishman's in, put the Evertune in.
Nice. So the Evertune was aftermarket as well?
Aftermarket,
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And yeah, everything fucking rips on this thing.
Reverse headstock, lucky tuner.
I love the reverse headstock on this. It's like, and it's got the cool like wood grain. This thing's it's getting a little beat. I don't know how this stuff happens, but
probably picking hard. It looks good though. I mean, it looks like you're actually playing the guitar.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, all of this stuff is. I think it was from our Anki cases.
Yeah,
sorry,
just a bit of buckle rash or something like that.
But I like it. It looks better, a bit worn in. You know, bit of fun.
No, it does look great.
Yeah, this one's in our. We actually have 3 guitars out in this run, which we've never done before. But we play for literally one song, which is Fane, and it's in our weird tuning that's drop G with a low D sharp.
Right.
So it's the low boy. We can tune down for it, but we wanted to. One, we had space to bring more guitars. We were like, let's just do it for a bit of fun, and having it ever tuned to the D sharp instead of just, you can wind down and get there, but it doesn't get like the bend right.
Yeah, that's fair.
The bend doesn't feel like, you got to really fucking really get dig into it for it to bend, and it doesn't feel natural. So we were like, let's bring out another guitar just for one song.
Nice. I can get behind that.
Yeah, I mean, more guitars, like why not?
So you've got this natively in D sharp on a 26.5, or is this a 27?
It's baritone 27.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah. How do you find that holds? What gauges are you using to keep that in tune?
It's a 74 on top. We use the same set of strings for every guitar, and it's totally fine. It doesn't really bother me. It's like, it's got a bit of, it's pretty wobbly, but like I kind of like it. It's bit of mank, like. yeah, and obviously like the Evertune is a massive help. You probably couldn't do it without the Evertune, honestly. So. I can get behind that too. So yeah, 74 in D sharp it's pretty hectic, but the baritone, the Evertune, everything makes it like, super stable.
Nice. So one thing I'm curious of is, you got this one now. Last time we went through a guitar was kind of similar, although a little bit different. Yeah. Now that, new albums out, new music, was there anything like in the writing process that you've like, come new to that influenced certain specs on the guitars, if that makes sense? Or is it pretty much just like refining what was already so great about the other ones? Pretty much, yeah. It's just having new models is fun. So obviously ESP look after me, so I get a lot of the new cool shit they bring out. I did get one last year that was not a baritone. I can't actually remember the model name, but it was a baritone, and I played it and I was like, it doesn't actually work for us, for G, so I was like, I'm just gonna stick to baritones, stick to 7 strings. If honestly, if ESP had solid 6-string baritone models, I'd probably pick that up, because I do miss playing a 6. I don't need to play a 6, it's just like, we're a very rhythm-heavy band. That's fair. I don't need these bottom strings, I'm not playing them very often. Nice. So you're still doing the thing where you're on 7s and Sab's on 6s, is that? I think you got some of both, right? Yeah. We'll get into them in a second. I think that whole conversation is fucking hilarious, because it's just like, it doesn't actually matter how many. For your case anyway, because like it was being tuned like a 7 just without the high string. Yeah. So then we tune them like 6 strings. Like, it's just, I get guitars because they look cool. I don't get guitars. I mean, I wouldn't play an 8 string. That is too much. But going in between 6 and 7 doesn't really bother me anymore. I happen to have all 7s on this tour, and it's just happened to work out that way. But it's not a deal breaker if it's a 6 string. I want more 6 string baritones. I think they're fun.
You can kind of feels a bit faster, but if it's a 7, cool. If it's a 6, cool. I don't give a shit.
And you're not really fussed about like neck profiles or
not at all. Not at all.
As long as it riffs, as long as it chugs.
Yeah, and
Fair
like
enough.
honestly, that's like once you get a new guitar and you play it, it's like cool. That one sounds good, or it's like that one doesn't sound great. It's like maybe I should be more of a guitar nerd. Maybe I would know what I want, but if it looks cool and it has Evertune in it, I'm going to get it. That's about it.
Fair. One thing I am noticing is these straps here. So is that aftermarket as well? These are the...
Yeah, these are just Damasio strap locks.
Yeah.
We've used them for 10 years, you know.
So it pretty much just replaces the strap head, hey?
Yeah. I've seen a few new models come out of like different brands, but I've just used these for so long, it just like makes sense. I'm used to it, feels normal.
You got the wireless pack on your strap and stuff like that.
Yeah. We upgraded wirelesses recently, so we're on Sennheiser, and they're great.
Oh, nice. Like the which ones?
EW,
EDWs?
I think so. The G4s.
Oh, the big boy ones.
The big boy one,
yeah.
We upgraded to some nice ones. And yeah, everything's been real smooth. There's a few new things in the rig, which has been fun.
So you swapping the same strap, or is it?
Yeah, so I did actually, as much as they are nice, I kept having problems where I was sweating out the packs, which like I'm not an overly sweaty guy. I didn't think. But on one tour, I went through 3 packs.
Real.
And I sent them all off to Sennheiser to get repaired, and I was literally frying the PCBs on the inside.
Okay, right.
So now we have just a little holder for all of the packs now, and now it's stopped happening. So clearly my sweat is just destroying shit. Because actually, when I got all these set up, I had to replace all 3 of my input jacks because I sweated all of those out as well. So somehow my sweat is just like killing shit. I don't know what I'm doing, but.
Have you had any switches die or any of the pots die yet? Or?
They're all good, actually. Okay. They've all been fine. It's always the input jack and my wireless receiver. I'm just frying shit. So.
Fair. One thing I forgot to ask was those Fishmans in there.
Yes.
Is that the moderns?
Yes, these are the moderns.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember which one's which between the Alnico and what are the other ones called?
Ceramic?
That one.
Yeah.
I should know, but I can't remember. So I think they're all set out the same.
Yep.
Does that have 2 pickups? It does. I forgot I've had 2 pickups.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all set up the same. I can't remember which one was bridge, which one was neck, but sounds good, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me.
It did sound good in the sound check. I'm sure it'll sound great tonight.
Exactly.
Let's swap over, man. Let's see what's going on with this one, because this one's looking a bit not as black.
Yes, this is my new one. Probably my favorite out of all of them. It's the SM1000, I believe. It's their 2024 models.
Nice.
It is heavy, as I'm sure you just felt.
I did feel it. It is a big boy.
I didn't check what wood it was made of before I got it because I don't really pay attention to that stuff. And then I picked it up. I was like, what the fuck is this made out of? It's I think swamp ash or whatever the heavy wood is.
Yeah.
It looks fucking beautiful though, like the neck.
It does look very nice with the strips in there as well, so you can get that on the camera.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that.
We'll do a close-up later.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. But I love the wood grain in it. The pick guard looks fucking dope.
The pick guard does look dope. You don't see many pick guards on super straps these days.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. The headstock, I love this. This is like probably my favorite like looking guitar. Again, had to retrofit this with the Evertune, and I believe it's stock Fishman. I don't think I had to change this out, which is good.
Nice.
And then all I did was killed the tone knob because tone knobs. Like, I love your ESP, but you don't need a fucking tone knob in 2024. Like you're a metal guitar company, you don't fucking need them. So yeah, killed that. That's cut off. I assume the push pull is also cut off. It's a cool little extra thing, but we clearly don't need that. Scalloped frets, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, really?
Scalloped from the 15th.
Oh, that's nuts.
Sorry, the 17th. 17 and 24 is scalloped. Don't know why. Good for them. I don't need that. But
I was gonna say one day when Alpha starts doing shred solos, it might come in here. It's like Ingwe licks and shit.
Yeah, no, we don't need that.
It's cool though, man. You don't see that on a 7-string production model.
No,
frets. That is cool. I can appreciate that.
There's a lot of cool like little extra features on this one. That's like, ESP are at the top of their game with their baritone stuff, which
they do a good job with the baritone stuff actually. Yeah.
Every year I talk to my rep Tony, and he's always like, I'll have something good for you next year. You'll like it. And he was right. This is like probably my favorite out of the whole range.
Nice.
The 2024 range at least. So Yeah, I love this thing. It's my main gap. This is our drop G guitar, just normal drop G.
Same gauge?
Same gauges, which is what, 74 to 10. We use Ernie Ball, 8 string packs, just take out the 64.
Yep.
And yeah, super simple. I love this thing. Yeah, this is gonna be my main for, I'd say, a while. I mean, I always get new ones, but you know. Fair. It's my favorite out of like the last probably 4 I've gotten. It just feels the best, plays the best, sounds really good, so.
No,
yeah.
It does look sick. And I love like the natural finish body as well. Even though it's like painted transparent, like it looks
looks awesome. It does look good. Yeah, even like the wood grain as well, everything. I wish Evertune could like get these plates a little smaller. They're just really,
like get it more flush or something.
They're just real big, you know? It just takes up a lot of, I mean, maybe the Evertune 2, whenever that's coming out.
Whenever that comes out, I'm sure that'll be soon or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah,
but I love this thing. It fucking rips.
Nice. Dude, thank you so much for showing them. Good
man. Thank you for having me.
Just want to admire. Oh, this is rails. Nice.
It's what?
Like rail pickups. Like it's not like.
They're rail pickup. I got the Fishman rail pickups. Hello, YouTube.
So we are back with Sab. Sab's got some new guitars again, ones that we haven't seen before.
Yep.
Let's go through them, dude.
All right. So this one is the Ibanez RGD 3121.
Off the dome.
If that's wrong, bleep it and dub another voice.
I'll put something on the screen.
Yeah, I think it's that. Does it say it? No, we've got tape on it. So I forget the colour name for this. It's called Translucent Horizon Rainbow or something.
That makes sense because that's kind of what it does look like.
Yeah, you can see some greens and purples coming through. I do like that it looks a lot darker in person. I was a bit scared originally because I never saw it in person before picking it up. So I was very happy with the finish of the guitar. We did retrofit it with the Evertune, like we do with every guitar we have. It did come with Fishman's, but I like the black look more. So I've got the exact same moderns that were already in it in the black.
Nice. Oh, so they were like the silver ones.
Yeah, that was silver.
Okay, cool.
I just think it suits the guitar more.
Fair.
Black Evertune, black pickups. It's got all these bells and whistles on it. Sometimes I use the neck because I do play the high string occasionally and it sounds pretty.
Yep.
And I use the volume switch all the time.
Nice.
But this one probably does something fancy, but I'm not
I think
intelligent enough to warrant that necessary.
I think, just from knowing other guitars, I think that little one would be the different voicing on the Fishman.
Yeah, all I know is if it's pointing up, it's probably wrong. Make sure it's down, make sure it tones up, and it's ready to rock and roll. Yeah. Playing this guitar on this tour in our weird F tuning that Scotty probably talked about, or we talked about on the first video we made together. As you can see back here, it is drop G except for the low F.
Right.
We just tune that down because we're lazy and don't want to detune every string, and you just work out the riffs from there, or write the riffs to that tuning.
Yeah.
You know, you get that extra bite of a lower tune guitar, and you can just figure out how to make it sound chunky in your own way. And we've got a lot of songs in that tuning now, and this song is absolutely ripping it. It is a 6-string.
It's got a little bit of a longer scale, this model, I think.
No, they're 26.5, I think.
26.5. For a 6, that's like technically, they call it baritone for a 6. But like that's why you can get away with the F.
I never go anything more than 26.5. Just my fingers don't like it, or I'm lazy. Definitely lazy. But no, being a 6-string, you know, people always shriek at the thought of it being low tuned, but it holds up magnificently, and I do love it. Ever since I picked it up, I just haven't wanted to put it down pretty much. It's been on the road ever since. Staying in good shape considering how much I mistreat it. I got a little ding in the first couple of days up the end, but aside from that, it's definitely kept up. You got the rechargeable Fishman's in the back, no 9-volt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very clean.
Beast. If I was to say one word about the guitar, just beast. I do really want to get into putting scratch plates on all my guitars because I love the scratch plate look, but because of the bevels on this guitar, it'll be so tight in there.
That's true. I do like the bevels though. I think it gives it like a really
I
nice
love that
look.
Batman looking sauce.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Feels real good, looks real good. No complaints from me on the Ibanez RGD 3121.
Hopefully that's the right serial number.
Yeah.
Do you know the strings that you're running on this one at the moment?
this would be 13 to 74.
Oh, because you're skipping out.
Yeah, you skip the 54 and the 10. It's the 8-string Ernie ball packs. Skip the 64 even. Yeah, don't quote me on anything I'm saying here because...
Look, at the end of the day...
When I'm looking at the pack of strings, I know. But
take
from
out
memory...
the second one and take out the last one.
Take out the second one. Yeah, that's exactly it. Funny story, on the first day of this tour, we have a guitar tech. I gave him the wrong tuning for one of my guitars. So it was perfectly in tune to the tuning I gave him. Shout out James from Void of Vision. Perfectly in tune, but it wasn't the right tuning because I gave it to him wrong.
Well, I mean...
It's a learning curve.
With the tracks you guys are playing on, the dissonance might have been good anyway.
Might have been. It was a lead part I was playing and I was like, that was wrong. No, it couldn't have been. It's in tune. Nope, it's wrong.
Not in that tuning, though.
Yeah.
Not in the right one.
It's because we screw around with the difference between 6-string tuning and 7-string tuning. It's this F and E.
Yeah.
Scotty writes a lot of tracks in his one, which uses the E, and Mitch writes songs and he wrote with the F.
So
accidentally.
So essentially what it is, it's like you're tuning this 6 as if it's a 7 missing a string.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
that does make sense. So rather than having it like...
But some songs use the other, and so mid-set we'll just have to change the note of that one string by a semitone.
So you're just like quickly...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, because I know that Jesse from Era does a similar thing where one of his guitars is an A flat, but for one of the songs he would just like quickly detune one of the strings.
It's weird, man. Like trying to explain all of that to a guitar tech that we're using for the first time. It's been a hurdle, but we're getting through it.
We're getting there. We're getting there. So, I mean, that's a 6. I've got a 7 in my hands.
You do?
Right? So let's swap over and let's talk about this because this is a 7-string tuning in 7-string, if that makes sense.
I bet you've never seen a 7-string before. Here we are. This is the AZ24047. You may have seen it look a bit different. I requested some custom changes from Ibanez when picking up this guitar, starting with the Evertune, and I didn't need the neck pickup for this one, and since it has a scratch plate, it's quite an easy removal and didn't have to do anything crazy.
So there's a hole under that.
Yeah, full hole
right?
under it. Yeah. And I said, while you're at it, get rid of the tone knob and the pickup selector, and let's make it look as clean as possible.
It does look clean.
I would have loved to have the volume knob closer to the bottom of the body because I like the full swoop without the potential of touching the strings, but it was already wired there. I want to make it as painless as possible for a custom job. And I love it. I think it looks awesome. I do still have the black scratch guard at my house, but I prefer the white. Just stands out, and I think it's a bit of a vibe.
Nice. No, I really dig it. I like how it's like an AZ, which is like almost like fusion-y kind of range.
I was seeing Nico from Knock Loose play one.
Yeah.
Asked him how it felt in drop G, or they're in G standard, I think, and he loved it.
Yep.
So I knew I'd love it. He doesn't use the Evertune, so I knew that if his can hold it without an Evertune, this will 100% hold it with an Evertune.
For sure.
And yeah, we were both rocking them on tour together, geeking out over each other's guitars.
Nice.
And yeah, this is a beast. Holds the tuning great, and I do not have a single complaint about this guitar. Same thing, I've had this guitar longer than that guitar, and you probably can find minor dings, but the finish and everything has held up for as much abuse as it cops on our stage.
Yeah, I've seen videos of you throwing it out.
Yeah, this one gets thrown a lot, but yeah, it's definitely holding up.
Nice, very cool. When security guards are playing and stuff, they're not banging it up.
Little guitar gets around a bit.
Nice. You got, I think that's Godo locking tuners on the back, which is cool.
Yep.
Same gauges on this guitar?
Same gauges.
Yep.
Like, we probably could nerd out a bit more with gauges. Some of the higher strings we'd love to get a bit more bend out of.
Yep.
And so we've talked about potentially trying lighter gauges to really get the bends screaming. But it's not broke, so we're not going to fix it.
And you've been playing it for so long, you know how they feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so then why change it?
Just
kind of thing.
might try it out one day if we can be bothered retuning the Evertune to lighter gauges and see how it feels. But currently everything feels great. We're on the road a lot, so we're not about to try anything drastic.
That's fair. The last thing you want is to go wrong.
Yeah.
This is drop G. So this stays in drop G. Are you doing any like pitch shifting throughout the set? Are you changing any?
No, this is the drop G. Majority of our set is drop G. And yeah, it's been a beast since picking this guitar up.
Nice.
Really fun guitar to play, really fun guitar to hold, and
fun guitar to look at as
yeah,
well.
yeah. I love it.
So now that I'm looking at it, because obviously I'm getting the vibe that you're a very big aesthetics guy, right?
Definitely,
So,
always.
And I'm sure you're already thinking about the next one.
Maybe. Yeah, look, I'm always eager to see what is in the Ibanez catalog when it comes around. You know, the scene of metal guitarists now is getting like huge.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be really cool metal guitars popping up every year. And yeah, if I can get a custom paint job on something, if it's a color I'm not very fond of, I'm all for it.
Nice. I think some of the people at home will be wondering, like, what is the process of getting, like, being in your shoes, like seeing a production model and then wanting to make like a few cosmetic changes and stuff.
Yeah.
So you bring it to the Ibanez custom shop and say, hey, this is what would look sick.
Yeah, so guitar. I'm endorsed by Ibanez, and they will give me a guitar if I need one for a tour or something coming up. And I kind of just poke the bear a little bit and be like, I love this guitar, but could you do another pick guard?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to push too many buttons. I'm still a baby on the scene of being an endorsed guitarist, but I try and think of what might be an easy change.
Yep.
And because it's a pick guard and just de-wire that pickup, it's something they can do in-house. It's not a custom build by any means. This is a factory guitar. They all are. And it's just minor cosmetic changes.
It's not like asking for a longer neck. Or
nothing's refinished. This is the stock color that you buy off the shelf. It was just the pick guard change. Nice. And they were very happy to do it. And yeah, if I just want one tiny thing changed, they're very happy to do so with factory model guitars for me, which is awesome.
Awesome. But yeah, I think that pretty much does it. These are awesome guitars, man. Thank you for showing them out. And we'll catch you guys soon. Peace.
Click like and subscribe.